This video delves into the franchises destroyed by their own games, revealing titles that fell drastically short of expectations. Notable examples include Dead Space 3, which alienated fans with a shift in tone, and Mass Effect Andromeda, whose technical issues tarnished a beloved series. Duke Nukem Forever, long-awaited and ultimately disastrous, epitomized the downfall of great hopes. Additional failures like SimCity and Fallout 76 showcase how mismanagement and technical flaws can cripple iconic brands, leading to backlash from loyal supporters. Cyberpunk 2077 is another crucial entry, facing immense criticism post-launch despite initial fervor. These games serve as case studies, illustrating the fine line between anticipation and disappointment, spotlighting moments where developers missed the mark, altering the trajectory of their franchises forever. Dead Space 3 marked a pivotal shift in the survival horror genre, as it veered away from its roots by emphasizing action and multiplayer gameplay. This change alienated dedicated fans who craved the intense, atmospheric horror the series was known for. The push for co-op mechanics diluted the tension that defined previous installments, leading to disillusionment among players. As a result, sales took a significant hit, showcasing the risks developers take when they prioritize market trends over core gameplay that fans love. This pattern is not unique to Dead Space. Many franchises have suffered similarly after altering their foundational elements, prompting discussions about how franchises can navigate evolving gaming landscapes while staying true to their origins. SimCity serves as a cautionary tale for franchises that stumble due to critical launch failures. When it debuted, players encountered severe server problems that rendered online play nearly impossible, frustrating a dedicated fanbase eager to build their dream cities. The lack of an offline mode further compounded disappointment, preventing players from enjoying the game as intended. This combination of flawed mechanics and poor execution led to a massive backlash, impacting the franchise's reputation. Fans felt betrayed by promises unfulfilled, leaving SimCity struggling to recover from its initial launch. This situation illustrates how crucial it is for game developers to ensure stable performance and reliable accessibility from day one. A legacy of innovation was overshadowed by technical failures, marking SimCity as a significant example of how not to launch a game in today's competitive landscape. Fear 3 stands out as a pivotal example of how a game can drastically affect its franchise. Once celebrated for its terrifying single-player experience, the introduction of multiplayer mode marked a sharp turn away from its horror roots. This significant shift alienated longtime fans who craved the chilling atmosphere that defined earlier installments. Rather than capitalizing on the intense fear and memorable storytelling, Fear 3 took an unexpected route, focusing on team play and frenetic action. With its emphasis on multiplayer, the game struggled to maintain the suspenseful elements that captivated players before. As a result, it became infamous for its departure from the original themes, raising questions about the future of the franchise. The impact was felt across the gaming community, as many felt betrayed by a title that promised horror yet delivered something entirely different. The backlash from fans serves as a stark reminder of how crucial it is for game developers to remain true to their established identities or risk losing the very audience that supported them. In the world of gaming, some titles can lead to the downfall of beloved franchises, and the top 16 games that killed their franchises illustrate this phenomenon. Notably, Dead Rising 4 aimed to reignite interest by featuring iconic characters, but faltered by forsaking essential survival elements and crucial time constraints. This departure disheartened fans who cherished the franchise's foundational mechanics. The shift towards a more casual gameplay experience alienated devoted players, underscoring the risks of straying too far from a series' core identity. The outcome for Dead Rising 4 serves as a cautionary tale about the fine line developers walk when reinventing established titles. These missteps reveal the impact of ignoring what made a franchise resonate with its audience. As a result, Dead Rising 4 exemplifies a critical moment for franchises, highlighting how ambitious aspirations can sometimes lead to their undoing, leaving both creators and fans to grapple with disappointment. The discussion of these games unearths essential insights into the gaming industry, calling attention to the significant repercussions of gameplay evolution. Mass Effect Andromeda attempted to build on a cherished legacy, but ultimately faltered due to significant technical glitches and a lackluster narrative. This failure sent shockwaves through its dedicated fanbase, who expected a continuation of the gripping storytelling and deep character development that defined its predecessors. Instead, players encountered a disjointed plot and frustrating bugs that detracted from the overall experience. The disappointment didn't end with Andromeda. It marked a turning point for the franchise, leaving many to question its future. This trend isn't isolated. Other titles have similarly dashed hopes and tarnished reputations, reflecting the harsh reality that even beloved franchises can falter. Gamers now approach sequels with caution, acutely aware of the potential for missteps that can destroy the magic of cherished series. Saints Row 2022 represents a notable misstep in the gaming world, attempting to reboot a beloved franchise, but ultimately failing to capture its defining essence. This new entry strayed from the series' unique charm, leaving fans looking for the hallmark humor and vibrant chaos that once characterized the games. Instead, players were met with a generic open-world experience that lacked the innovative spirit of its predecessors. The game focused on a bland landscape, missing the opportunity to elevate the franchise's legacy. Critics and fans alike lamented the disconnect, highlighting how the title drowned in mediocrity rather than embracing the outrageousness that made Saints Row a cult favorite. The fallout from this release sheds light on a larger trend: franchises that falter when they stray too far from their roots. As gaming audiences become increasingly discerning, preserving the core appeal of a series is paramount, and Saints Row's attempt reflects a cautionary tale on how a poorly executed reboot can lead to the swift demise of an iconic series. Crackdown 3 marked a notable entry in the realm of games that failed to live up to their legacy, presenting a lackluster experience compared to its predecessors. Once celebrated for its dynamic open-world chaos and vibrant sandbox mechanics, the latest installment has been criticized for its uninspired gameplay and missed opportunities. Players anticipated a thrilling return to form, but found a game that lacked innovation and excitement, ultimately feeling stale. Crackdown 3 serves as a poignant example of how franchises can falter when the magic that once ignited their popularity diminishes. The disappointment is not solely about unmet expectations. It's a phenomenon seen across various series that struggle to remain relevant amidst evolving player demands. This pattern of franchises failing to grasp what made them successful could serve as a cautionary tale for future game developers. A deeper look into other titles that share this fate reveals a concerning trend in the gaming industry, emphasizing the importance of balancing nostalgia with fresh, engaging content. Metal Gear Survive represents a significant shift from its predecessor, abandoning the iconic stealth mechanics that defined the Metal Gear series. This title faced a harsh reception, as fans criticized it for being a superficial cash grab, rather than a true continuation of the franchise's legacy. The backlash isn't isolated. Many games in this list have similarly strayed from core elements, turning fan favorites into mere shadows of their former selves. Titles like these bring to light the risks of alienating loyal gamers, as they prioritize profit over quality storytelling and gameplay. Each entry in this compilation serves as a cautionary tale, illustrating how a misstep can lead to the decline of a once thriving franchise, creating disappointment and nostalgia for what was lost. As we delve into these notorious releases, we uncover the reasons behind their failures and the impact on their respective series, showcasing how pivotal decisions shape the gaming landscape. In the realm of gaming, certain titles have irreparably damaged their franchises. Command & Conquer 4: Tiberian Twilight is a prime example, as it strayed far from the roots that longtime fans cherished. This shift alienated the RTS community, sparking outrage and disappointment. Fans expected strategic complexity and tactical depth, but the game delivered a radically different experience. It eliminated essential gameplay elements and simplified mechanics, which led to an uproar among loyal players. Similarly, other franchises faced a similar fate, as developers made drastic changes that often prioritized novelty over player satisfaction. These misguided decisions resulted in the downfall of once beloved brands, demonstrating how critical it is to balance innovation with established core traditions. In a medium where nostalgia plays a significant role, straying too far from what fans love can decimate franchises, leaving them in ruins. With several iconic games meeting their untimely demise due to these reasons, the landscape of gaming has been irrevocably altered, raising concerns about the future approach of developers toward their cherished IPs. The gaming landscape has witnessed several franchises stumbling due to disastrous game releases. Among the most notable examples is Duke Nukem Forever, a title marred by prolonged development delays and ultimately viewed as outdated, leaving fans disheartened and disillusioned. This has not only tarnished the legacy of the franchise, but also serves as a cautionary tale about mismanagement and failed expectations. Games that promised innovation ultimately fell flat, resulting in fan backlash and declining sales. Titles across various genres have faced similar fates, from ambitious sequels to beloved classics that never lived up to their predecessors. As gaming evolves, understanding the elements that lead to franchise demise is essential for both developers and fans alike. Duke Nukem Forever remains a prime example of how even the most anticipated titles can falter, reshaping the narrative of an entire series and altering the course of gaming history. Many beloved game franchises have faced unforeseen disasters that nearly led to their demise. Notably, Final Fantasy XIV experienced a catastrophic launch, filled with glaring flaws and subpar gameplay, which pushed fans away and threatened its very existence. However, the franchise managed to claw back from the brink through its Realm Reborn expansion, reinventing the experience and regaining the trust of its player base. This instance is not unique, as several other titles in various genres struggled drastically upon release, only to find redemption or fade into obscurity. Iconic franchises have seen their reputations shattered by a single misstep, highlighting the unpredictable nature of the gaming industry. From technical failures to poor design choices, these misfires serve as harsh reminders of the risks developers face. The evolution of game development often hinges not only on innovation, but also on how a title is received at launch. These critical moments define legacies, forcing the industry to rethink its approaches and the importance of maintaining a strong connection with its audience. No Man's Sky stands as a prime example of a game that nearly derailed its franchise due to a tumultuous launch filled with unkept promises and critical backlash. Initially met with disappointment, the game faced severe scrutiny for its lack of gameplay features that were anticipated. However, developers committed to a revolutionary series of updates, gradually transforming the game's landscape and winning back skeptical players. This redemption arc sets the stage for a broader discussion. What happens to franchises when a single title falters? Across the gaming industry, Several other titles have similarly struggled, leading to significant setbacks for their respective franchises. We'll examine the cases of these games and how their failures or successes shape the trajectory of gaming itself. Whether through missed expectations or spectacular comebacks, the narrative surrounding franchise longevity is complex, impactful, and worth exploring. Let's delve into the stories behind 16 games that either tarnished reputations or sparked tumultuous debate among gaming communities. In the gaming industry, some titles have become notorious for their disastrous impacts on their respective franchises, with Cyberpunk 2077 standing out as a prime example. Upon release, its buggy performance shattered fan expectations, ultimately tarnishing the brand of CD Projekt Red. Players eager for a revolutionary experience were met with a chaotic launch, leading to widespread disappointment and criticism. This failure not only harmed the game's immediate success, but also left a long-lasting stain on its developer's reputation. The fallout from Cyberpunk 2077 opened the floodgates for discussions around other games that have similarly led to the demise of beloved franchises, highlighting the fragile nature of reputation and consumer trust in the industry. Some titles fell victim to poor management, rushed development, or misaligned visions, creating a ripple effect that can obliterate decades of goodwill. As gamers reflect on these failures, it serves as a sobering reminder of the stakes involved in game development and the potential cost of unmet expectations. Many games have inadvertently destroyed their franchises, and one glaring example is Battlefield 2042. Despite introducing ambitious features, the game fell short due to numerous technical issues and gameplay flaws. This disappointment resonated with fans who anticipated a significant evolution for the series. The negative reception not only tarnished Battlefield 2042's reputation, but also had a cascading effect on the entire franchise, leading to decreased player engagement and trust. Other games similarly faltered, delivering experiences far below fan expectations and ultimately undermining beloved series. Recognizing these failures sheds light on the crucial balance developers must maintain between innovation and quality. In the gaming world, hype can be a double-edged sword. While it generates excitement, unmet promises can irrevocably damage a brand. As we dive deeper into these cautionary tales, we confront the harsh reality that game development requires not just creativity, but also a commitment to delivering experiences that resonate with longtime fans. Fallout 76 serves as a prime example of how a game can devastate its franchise. Launched with persistent bugs, limited content, and unmet player expectations, it sparked outrage among dedicated fans. The game's failure didn't just impact its own reputation, it also tarnished the legacy of the Fallout series. Reactions ranged from disappointment to fury as loyal followers expressed their disillusionment. Other titles similarly faltered, leading to a decline in franchise popularity. Players not only abandoned these games, but became vocal critics, altering the perception of established franchises forever. The repercussions continue to echo, highlighting the crucial importance of quality and player satisfaction. Examining these failures reveals significant lessons in game development and management, prompting studios to rethink their strategies to avoid repeating these historic missteps. The gaming community's response underscores the risks studios face when failing to meet expectations, marking a pivotal moment in gaming history. Such drastic fallout forces the industry to acknowledge the delicate balance between innovation and quality, making the survival of beloved franchises all the more precarious. In the realm of video games, several titles have drastically altered their franchises, often leading to their downfall. Among these, Ghost Recon Breakpoint stands out. Attempting to innovate within a well-loved series, it shifted its core mechanics, attracting a wave of criticism from dedicated fans and industry experts alike. This response exemplifies the dangers inherent in redefining a successful formula. players. Loyalty can waver when beloved elements are sacrificed for the sake of novelty. Other notable entries in the top 16 include games that ventured far from their roots, prompting a generational gap that left many fans feeling alienated. These decisions had lasting impacts on their respective series, often resulting in diminished sales and fan base erosion. By dissecting these examples, we can glean insights into the delicate balance between creativity and tradition within the gaming world, where the stakes are high and the fallout can be felt long after a game's release.